Then we can proceed to inquire into why human beings live constantly in a state of fear. Right? Okay. Should we go into that? Why you, as a human being, who is the representative of all humanity, right? I wonder if you realize that you, as a human being, represent the entire human mind, because you suffer, you're uncertain, you're caught in certain beliefs, or you're conditioned. You're British, you're French, you're German, or this or that. And you believe in this, in Jesus or Christ, or somebody else doesn't believe in that. And you are a Hindu, a Muslim, you follow? So are you aware that in your relationship, in your daily activity, there is sense of great fear? Right? Is one aware of it? If one is, then to have... Now look, if you have fear, the natural response, I won't call it natural, the irrational response is to cultivate courage, whatever that may mean, or to run away from it, or rationalize it. Why shouldn't I be afraid? It's natural, and so on and so on. Or you identify your fear and yourself, which yourself and fear are one. It's not you separate from fear. So that fear, which is you, identifies itself with something greater and says, in that surrender to the greater, I've lost fear. We have played all these kind of games for centuries. And we still have fear. At the end of a million years, every human being right through the world has some kind of fear. Now to have a quick insight into it, and therefore be totally free from it, is that possible? Because fear is the most dreadful thing. It makes, all the rest of what the result of fear is. Neuroticism of every kind, escape into various forms of entertainment, religious and otherwise. Rationalizing fears and accepting fear as part of our daily existence. Now we're asking, is it possible to have an insight into the whole nature and structure of fear and be free of it? Don't you want to know if you can be free of fear? Or do you accept, as we accept so many things, as part of life? If you don't accept it as part of life, then what is the nature of fear? What is the root of fear? What is the substance, the structure, the whole movement of fear? Not only fear of one's wife or husband, girl, fear in its entirety, not one particular form of fear. Don't you want to find out? In a sense, don't you want to give your mind, your thought, your being, your whole energy to find out whether it's possible to eradicate totally fear? Fear has many forms. One of the major factors of fear is attachment. Attachment to person, attachment to an ideal, to a belief, to attachment to a piece of furniture. You know what attachment is. And where there is attachment, there is inevitably the fear of losing. And is it possible to exist without isolating, without attachment? Understand my question? Is it possible for a human being who has lived 10,000 years and more, lived always in fear, that's part of his life, from the caveman till now? Is it possible to uncondition himself from fear? As we said, one of the factors of fear is attachment. To find out if one is attached, not avoid it, not say, find out, to see if one is attached to something. To your guru, to your knowledge, to your furniture, to your friend, to your wife, girl, boy, or whatever it is. Attached to your country. Where there is attachment, there is jealousy. There is possessiveness. There is a sense of identifying oneself with something else. And when there is that attachment and identification, there is always uncertainty. Isn't that, these are facts, aren't they? No? So, can you be free of attachment? Not tomorrow or when you are on the deathbed. Then, of course, it's very simple to be detached. You can't argue with death.